A huge reason why marriages get in a bad place.
Have you ever ate a big dinner and it was so good that you just couldn't stop eating, so you stuffed yourself, and then you were like, oh, I can't eat another bite. But then the next morning, you're starving again. Why is that? Because you need to be fed every day to run optimally.
It's the same thing in a marriage. You need to consistently feed it day in and day out. Don't eat for a day or two and go run a marathon. You will not perform.
Marriage is a marathon. Stay fed and you will be good. You hear us talk about it all the time. Consistency. Consistency, consistency, consistency in all areas. Mm-hmm. Marriage is not a golden ticket to get comfortable. Take a day off, or now turn your focuses off each other and put them on the kids or on the business or something else, and then leave that as the back. No, you need to feed the relationship at all times.
It comes first.
Yeah, and you have to do it day in and day out. And it doesn't got to be an all-day thing, it's just feeding it just a little bit. Having some 10 to 15 minutes of quality time, I would say way more than that, but literally 10 or 15 minutes of some good quality time every day is a beautiful start and just a great place to hold it together. And that it seems little, or some people will say, we just don't have the time. You do. Did you know the average person, you can Google it, go ahead and Google it right now, spends 4 hours on their phone every day?
Yeah.
The average person watches TV for 3 hours a day. That's 7 hours. That's more than a full-time job, because if you go 7 times 7, that's more hours than a full-time job, which is 40 hours a week. That would be, I'm not a math major, but if they know that's more than 40 hours that you spend in a week. So it's a full-time job that you're on your phone and watching TV. Now, maybe you don't watch TV. Maybe some of that time on your phone is actually for work. Majority of the time I spend on our phone is, but there's those times I'm distracted and other areas, and so there's ways you can do it. You have to stay fed in your marriage, day in and day out. Don't do that. So it'd be like this. There's people who haven't stayed fed in their marriage. Do that in life. Don't eat for a month and see what happens. Now,
you're not going to be feeling very good.
There's a thing about fasting that's good, but at a month, you're not going to be doing too well. What do you think's going to happen to your marriage if you're not feeding it?
Yeah.
That's why we focus on 4 pillars: the physical pillar, the mental pillar, which is emotional, the spiritual pillar, and the relational pillar, right? You feed all of those just a little bit day in and day out. Boom. Next thing you know, you're just consistent. You have that strong table that's there. But you got to do them all. You can't just be like, well, I'm not going to do the physical pillar, but I'm really going to go all in one of the other ones. No, you need to have them all, right? And it doesn't matter how much money you have or how great a relationship you have. If your body's not running optimal, you're going to die young, and you're not going to be able to be even better in your relationship or as your parent or as a business. Mm-hmm. If your mental's weak and your spouse says something to you, why do you think you put up your dukes so much and want to argue right away? Because your mental's weak.
Snap back.
Because your mental is weak. Because you want to come back instead of being able to lovingly hear what they have to say. So you got to grow that mental strength. Spiritually, that's everything. Saved our marriage, right?
Yes, it did.
To become one. And so then the relational, you got to have that pillar to be able to do those things day in, day out, to feed that relationship, and beautiful things happen. So just stay consistent in that and stay fed. And if you found that restaurant that you want to eat and you're filling yourself up, let your boy know in the comments below where this is at, so I can find this place that where you said you stuffed so much because it was so good that you can't eat another bite. I like to eat.
We want to go there.
But on occasion, I stay in the gym. So, all right, much love, everybody. Enjoy the day.